No complaints for me. It's gorgeous outside. I feel like I'm on repeat, and we've been so lucky. With the exception of that little light chill a couple days ago, but otherwise beautiful.
That's right. If you concentrate all the rain like we did to one day, hey, nothing to complain about at all.
None.
I wouldn't want you to complain regardless.
Okay. Well, what's going on today? What are we seeing?
You know what? Again, like you said, nothing to complain about. It feels great. It could be a lot worse heat-wise. Let's take a look at what's going on outside. Now, we'll first talk about what's going on in the sky. A little bit of everything today. We have had some scattered showers, and really it's more of the garden variety showers, nothing really too crazy. Just a little bit of an upper level disturbance passing on through, but you do see the kind of the wide scattered cloud cover, a little bit of rain. Now we are seeing some rain developing to our south in parts of northern Iowa right there. That's tracking on through. Don't be surprised then to see a little bit of some rain shower activity, especially right along the I-90 corridor as we head into the overnight hours. But really the pattern that we're experiencing now really isn't going to be changing. It's just going to be consistent at least through Monday morning. So as we head off to our normal routines, keep that in mind. Now temperature wise, like I was just saying earlier, very nice. These are the current temperatures, very close to where we stood for daytime highs. We're at 81 degrees here in Mankato, 82 in Fairmont, 84 in Algona, 82 also in Windham, and this is really spot on for where we typically are this time of the year. And of course we could, as you know, being August, could be a lot warmer. Right now, like I said, it's 81 in Mankato, and guess what? It also feels like 81, and that's because the dew point not playing tricks. It sits at 66 degrees. Humidity not that bad, about 62%, and the pressure is falling because of what we've been experiencing. A little bit of an upper level disturbance. That's going to continue to give us the cloud cover, scattered variety of showers. Now, it probably won't interfere with our activities tonight and tomorrow morning. Let's put the futurecast into motion, though. Going to be seeing, like I said, the scattering of the clouds throughout the day tomorrow. Don't be surprised later tomorrow to see a scattering. There's some shower and thunderstorm activity early portions of Monday. And even though the futurecast is showing the cloud cover later on Monday, that's eventually all going to leave. And we're going to be looking at a dynamite week coming up where a very stable pattern will be giving us lots of sunshine and nice temperatures. Well, tonight is going to be calm. Look for your overnight lows to be about mid-60s. There is some fog potential, especially if we see some clearing heading into the morning. Now tomorrow, for the most part, should be partly mostly cloudy, maybe some showers developing later. Your high temperature pretty much where it was today, lower 80s. But here's what I'm talking about. As we look into the week, we're going to have a little bit of that shower activity early portions of Monday, but then look at those temperatures. Just fantastic. 81 for a high Tuesday, 82 Wednesday. And like I said, a very stable pattern is going to move in. So you're looking at a lot of sunshine Tuesday, really through the rest of the week. And I know you don't like to complain anyway. I'm trying to give you plenty of reasons not to complain moving forward.
You did a good job.
See, we can, for a lot of people like me, we can still have plenty of time to work on our tans.
Oh, yes, we were talking about that.
I haven't gotten that done yet.
So. Well, you do have time. It's okay.
That's right.
Put some tanning lotion. All right, thank you, Andy. The Vikings are So we were talking about it a little earlier, just beautiful outside. I'm happy with what's happening. Couldn't ask for better weather.
That's right. Summertime I always dread personally because of those heat waves. You know, you have to keep the kids inside. You can't go outside and have fun, and it really hasn't been the case most of the summer. Right. And of course, today was one of those very typical summer days. Let's take a look at today's almanac, and Saturday, August 8th will come down in history as a pretty average day. Today's high was 84 degrees in Mankato, as you see, almost statistically right where we should be. And the low this morning was 66, just a little off from the average, but who's really going to give us any grief about that? Now, we did not have any rain officially here in Mankato. We still had that big day 2 days ago. We had over 2 inches of rainfall. And overall, again, not much complaining going on, especially if you were outside today doing what you needed to do. Now, across the region, though, things are just a little bit goofy. We do have some rain showers throughout much of central Minnesota, some scattering. Actually, some nickel-sized hail was reported in Stevens and Pope County just a couple hours ago. But really, it's missing us. You see southern Minnesota just with the cloud cover. Northern Iowa seeing the rain, and even out to the west parts of South Dakota seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms. All of this is courtesy of just some upper level instability that is going to be sticking around at least through the weekend and even the beginning of your Monday. We could see a little bit of that rain shower activity hit us before it's all said and done. Now, temperatures right now are very pleasant. We are in about lower to mid 70s across much of southern Minnesota, 73 in Mankato, 73 in Fairmont, 71 there in Estherville, and 70 also in Algona. Maybe just a touch of rain-cooled air there. Here in Mankato specifically, again, no complaints. We do have the cloudy skies. It is 73. Southeast wind really not doing much. Not a lot of airflow out there tonight. You're not going to get one of those nice breezes through the windows tonight, unfortunately. Humidity is at 83%. Dew point is high, temperature low. We could start seeing a little bit of fog development, especially early morning hours if we get a little bit of clearing. But for the most part, we are going to be seeing the clouds off and on throughout much of the futurecast here, going from tonight through much of tomorrow. You notice the clouds scattering, maybe some clearing there, not a big deal. And then we could see some shower development later tomorrow into your early Monday. But then even though the futurecast showing the cloud cover, I do think we're going to see some clearing by the end of Monday. And then it's going to be a rather pleasant experience for the rest of the week, weather-wise. Tonight, it'll be about 64 for your overnight low, calming winds, and we could see that fog developing in parts. Now tomorrow, for the most part, it should be a great day. 81 should be the high. Look for some possibility of some afternoon showers and thunderstorms developing. That'll continue into your Monday quick, especially about first half of the day. Look for a high near 80 on Monday. But then once everything clears out, it should be a very stable and a very typical weather pattern here for this time of the year. Highs in the 80s, lots of sunshine, and really, I don't need to hear any complaints from you, Cassandra, because there is nothing in that forecast to complain about.
I have none. I have no complaints.
All right.
Maybe just grab a blanket tonight if you're sitting around the campfire, something like that.
That's right. Other than that, hey, it's right where we should be.
Absolutely. I love it. All right. Thanks, Andy. Well,